portfolio, including the export portfolio when we trade with the rest of the world. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Mr. Ngabo Mzimkwakwa of the United Democratic Movement. I'm now joined by Mr. Mahlatsi. Mr. Mahlatsi of the United Transformation.
United African
Transformation. UAT. Take us through your reflections on the minister's budget policy statement.
No, there was actually nothing. There was nothing. If you listen to the statement, it's just a statement to please the international markets. It's just a statement to please the Democratic Alliance. It doesn't say much in terms of what is going to happen and how it's going to be achieved. And now also, it focuses on international developments, and it says nothing about township economy. So you can see the direction is shifting now towards the neoliberal approach, and that will be followed by the policies, and then that shows that your GNU is more focusing on the markets. So yes, it pleases the markets, but the people on the ground, which is who as a UAT we are representing, they cannot say much about this statement. But again, one will also have to remember, this thing is a preparation, or maybe it's setting a tone for a fiscal framework for the national budget, whereby we will see if maybe then there will be resources allocated for basic service delivery. Remember, before you talk about the international interest, you start on the ground, the basic needs. These basic needs are called the national priorities, and in the departments they carry them outside as national interest, with an extension of national policy as a foreign policy. But they are already there. They forgot about the people on the ground. So from the UAT point, it's just a statement that they did today. It came here also, our focus was two things: the debt consolidation, and to indicate where are we now as far as the debt on the GDP. Because in February, they spoke about if it can be stabilized, it will be on 74%. So we wanted those figures. There was nothing. You can see he came, very relaxed, because he knew that he was here for DA. And then the first people to clap hands were the DA. So that indicates now this GNU is that collusion we've been speaking about.
Mr. Mahlatsi, thank you very much for talking to Parliament TV.
Kanimambo.
That was Mr. Mahlatsi, the leader of the United African Transformation. And
President Ramaphosa, he's interesting.
It was the first time in my life that I sat in Parliament watching an ANC Minister of Finance delivering a budget speech, and the first people to give him a standing ovation was the DA.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of DA policies that we saw that was implemented and incorporated into his speech. So it is clear that we, forming part of the Government of National Unity, aren't only about positions, it is about what we can bring to the table, and yesterday was a very clear sign of that. And I want to thank Deputy Minister Asho Sarupan, who is the Deputy Minister of Finance, for the immense amount of hard work that he did behind the scenes. It's not sexy to do that work behind the scenes, and a lot of people don't know about that. But I can promise you, Luyolo, he did an immense lot of work behind the scenes to get this medium-term budget policy statement where it was yesterday.
And just to add to Willie, the Deputy Minister is in fact, as we speak in London, speaking to the bond market to attract investment into South Africa, which will allow us to keep growing our economy. And stepping into politics from the outside for the first time in this term, I'm personally super excited to see the DA in the room where it happened. We are actively participating in the conversation that guides our economy back towards growth and creating the opportunities that we need for the massive amount of...
The ANC, there's always been a neoliberal faction, which is the dominant faction today. So it's a class battle to push that neoliberal faction inside our African, because its orientation will always go towards the DA. That is why the murmurings even during the campaign was that there's negotiations between the ANC and the DA.
Comrades, is what we need to do to ensure that the ANC becomes once more attractive to all the people of South Africa. We must, as a movement, ask ourselves, what are we doing to attract South Africans of all races to the ANC identity?